What's good, YouTube? In this video we'll be going over some pro photography tips for the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. If you like this kind of content, leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. So the S22 Ultra is one of Samsung's best smartphone cameras yet. And the camera array is packed with different types of lenses and sensors that allows you to really use the spectrum of functions for photography. This video will go over some pro tips that you can use to maximize different types of photography and get the most professional results out of your shots. The first tip that we're going to go over is the macro mode for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. This tip isn't really a advertised or marketed feature of the S22 Ultra, but it's been a nice addition to the lineup since a few generations ago. So with the standard camera under standard zoom for the S22 Ultra, you actually have a focus adjusted macro mode that allows you to get really close to your subject and allows you to get excruciating detail just using the normal camera app on the S22 Ultra. So the way this works is what you want to do is open up your camera app and make sure you're on 1x zoom. From there, you want to get really close to your object, and once you do, you'll see these two little yellow circles pop up at the bottom left of the screen. This, if you hit it, is actually the focus assist, and this allows you to get really close to your subject and take macro shots and have really high levels of details when your camera is close to your subject. This is a nice bonus, and it's not really advertised anywhere for the marketing for the S22 Ultra. So if you're looking for high quality macro shots, you can do so with the main camera on the S22 Ultra. The next pro photography tip for the S22 Ultra is a simple but really effective one, and that of course is grid lines. And you can turn the rule of third grid lines on by simply going into your settings app on the S22 Ultra's camera app, scrolling down, and then you'll see grid lines, and then if you go back there you'll be able to see the rule of thirds on your camera app display. This is really helpful in framing the shots that you take on the S22 Ultra, as the larger display can be used to properly set up your frame using the rule of thirds. Next tip is accessing the other photography modes available for the S22 Ultra. By default, you have access to 2 or 3 photography modes at the bottom of your camera app, and these are portrait, photo, and video. But the S22 Ultra actually has a host of other video and photo modes available to you. If you hit the More button at the bottom right, a menu will pop up and it will allow you to select a certain different functions of the camera app and different modes of the camera app. For photography, the ones that really do come into play are single take, food, and hyperlapse. If you hit food, the S22 Ultra will use AI to tailor the shot so that if you're taking pictures of food, the result will maximize the output you get from your shot. This and many other features in the More section of the S22 Ultra really allows you to maximize your camera usage for the kind of shot that you're taking. And moving on to the last tip, one of these modes available to you in the More section of the camera app is the Pro mode. Pro mode really does utilize all of the features available for both the hardware and software of the S22 Ultra, as it allows you to adjust things on the fly like ISO, your shutter speed, and the focus. Pro mode also uses Scene Optimizer, which is Samsung's artificial intelligence that uses the camera and AI to detect what kind of shot you're shooting. So for example, if you're shooting a night shot with very low light, Scene Optimizer will make sure that the low light mode for the rear facing camera of the S22 Ultra is activated when you're in Pro mode. Similarly, if you're taking pictures of documents, Scene Optimizer will make sure and will refine the resolution of the text so that it's more easily readable. The list goes on, but if you want to have access to some of these more hidden and high-level features of the S22 Ultra, you definitely want to be shooting in Pro mode. So there you have it, everyone, just some quick tips of part 1 on how to use your S22 Ultra for pro photography. If you like this kind of content or are looking forward to part 2, leave a message down below, and if you have your own tips, feel free to leave a comment as well, and thanks for watching.